everybody and welcome to my channel. Today we're cracking open an NES game that looks adorable on the outside, but it's actually a merciless beast on the inside. Gremlins 2, the new batch. Now if you have seen the movie, you know it's basically Gremlins 1 on a caffeine overdose. More gremlins, more chaos, and somehow Christopher Lee just shows up for fun. So today we're going to take a deep dive into the hidden NES classic, break down its brutal difficulty, and figure out whether the game is actually fun or just a cleverly disguised torture device. Let's jump in before someone spills some water on this game and makes it multiply. Gremlins 2 is an isometric action platformer, where you play as Gizmo, the world's most adorable rodent-like creature, who has finally decided that he has had enough of these little green freaks. Your goal is escape the clamped centre while throwing random household objects at an army of angry gremlins, who are weirdly athletic for being mutant goblins. At first, Gizmo fights back with tomatoes. Yes, tomatoes. Because when you're dealing with a skyscraper full of flesh-eating monsters, obviously the best strategy is to go full Gordon Ramsay and pelt them with produce. But don't worry, eventually you'll get actual weapons. Matches. Because nothing says kid-friendly NES game like a Mogwai lighting stuff on fire. A bow and arrow, Gizmo out here turning into Rambo. A flaming pencil. I don't know why this exists, but I love it. Everything feels pretty good until you realise this game was built by people who clearly enjoy watching players suffer. Alright, let's talk about the real villain of Gremlins 2, the difficulty curve. If you thought the gremlins in the movie were out of control, wait till you try control Gizmo in this game. The enemies don't just attack, they swarm you like they've got beef with you personally. They jump at weird angles, they throw projectiles like MLB level accuracy, some just randomly explode because, sure, why not? And the best part, they respawn. Yup, leave the screen for half a second and bam, same gremlin back for revenge, like an ex who just can't let go. Platforming, the true horror of this game. Okay, so Gremlins 2 uses an isometric perspective, which means jumping is 97% luck, 3% raw stress. Every time you see a bottomless pit, just start planning your funeral. You will miss jumps, you will fall, and you will scream, and Sunsoft, they knew it. That's why by stage 3, they fill the game with more moving platforms than a Mario Maker troll level. Health system? Good luck with that. Gizmo has a tiny health bar, but you can count the number of hits you can take on one hand. Got hit? Too bad. Walking into a gremlin? Start over. Look at the game the wrong way? Enjoy falling into a pit. It's like Sunsoft designed this game specifically to ruin friendships. One saving grace about the game, there is an actual shop in each level. These shops are darted around each stage, so it's best to keep a little eye out for them. They can be quite hard to spot at times. You can buy items from the shop that make the game a little bit more bearable to play. Each enemy in the game that you kill will drop currency, and you're able to spend that currency in the shop. This will make the game a little bit more easier. But when I say easier, nothing's too easy in this game. Each stage gets progressively worse for your mental health. The office floor, not too bad, a nice warm-up, gives you false hope. The ventilation system. Who thought moving platforms in an isometric game was a good idea? The laboratories, fire hazards, aggressive enemies, and your first real taste of pain. TV studios. Yep, that's a level in the game. More and more enemies swarm you. It is extremely difficult to get through. Clamped penthouse. This level should come with a warning label. If you make it here without smashing a controller, congratulations, you are a gaming god. The bosses are actually kind of cool. By cool, I mean horrifying mutant nightmare feel. The first boss is just basically a gremlin. He's quite easy to kill, quite easy to avoid. He's got patterns that you can work out without any issues. Yeah, an easy start to the bosses. We have up next the machine gun gremlin. Yeah, the less we say about the machine gun gremlin, the best. This one will give you nightmares. Definite gremlin nightmare feel. Next up, it's the electric gremlin. Shoots lightning, probably votes for chaos in every online poll. And finally, we have the spider gremlin. He's fast, he's creepy, he wants you dead. They're hard but fair, well except for the part where you have to survive an entire level of nonsense before reaching them. As this game is very difficult, there happens to be passwords. They help you save your progress. Well, save in a way, as there's not really any saves in this game. After you complete each stage, you'll be given a password. This will let you continue from where you left off, if you decide to quit the game. The passwords are only 4-digit long, not like other NES games where they're about 50 digits long and they're impossible to remember. Oh, I do hate these days. If you're like me, why not cheat a little bit in this game as it's so difficult? Why not look up the passwords online? That would save you a lot of hassle and pain in this game. Believe me, it's a time saver. Graphics and sound surprisingly amazing. I've got to hand it to Sunsoft. This game looks and sounds incredible. Gizmo is adorable even when he's dying for the 37th time. The enemies look great, especially the big chunky boss sprites. The soundtrack, fire. Seriously, it's so good that you'll be humming it while crying about your 12th game over. So, is Gremlins 2 a hidden NES masterpiece? Or is it just the NES Dark Souls with Mogwai? If you love NES challenges, give it a shot. If you value your sanity, maybe just go rewatch the movie. So what do you think? Did you play this as a kid? Did you actually beat it? Or did it just beat you? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more nostalgic pain. Thanks for watching, and remember, never feed your NES after midnight.
They're back, and just as terrifying. Gremlins 2, the new batch, the sequel to one of the highest-grossing movies in Warner Brothers history. Sunsoft is bringing this summer's hottest movie to video games with Gremlins 2, the new batch, the video game for the Nintendo Entertainment System. This exciting game stars Gizmo the Mogwai. And as you know, there are 3 things you must never do to a Mogwai.
Don't let them get exposed to bright light.
Never feed them after midnight,
You can't get them wet.
or something terrible will happen. We warn you. In the Gremlins 2 video game, Gizmo battles his evil spawn, the Gremlins. And because it's from Sunsoft, you know this game features an incredible storyline, the most challenging gameplay, and the Sunsoft trademark. Graphics